Hey everyone, it's Tanni, and this video is for, well, it's for everyone and anyone who wants to watch, of course, but it's especially dedicated to those of you who are feeling stuck. Okay, so stuck in your life. You don't know what to do. You don't know what you want, or you do, but you just are having trouble just bringing it fully to the surface, making it happen. Yeah, those of you who feel like you need to make a change and you don't know how or where to go next, or any kind of feeling stuck. Okay, stuck is not a fun place to be. It can be very frustrating because how do you move forward from this stuckness? What do you do? It's challenging, and I understand. I have been there. And I just want to say that number one, if you are feeling stuck, you need to change something right now. Especially if you can't even figure out, if you don't even know what you want to do. If you just keep doing the same thing that you're doing every single day, nothing new is gonna happen, nothing is gonna change, basically. I mean, does that make sense? If you keep doing what you're doing, nothing is going to change. If you are doing things every day that aren't helping you figure out what you want to do, and you keep doing them, and you don't do anything else to make any changes, then you're probably not going to get unstuck. So yeah, I think it was Einstein who said something like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I like that one. It makes a lot of sense. So yeah, number one, change something. Anything, even if it's small. Like, if you say your routine is, get out of bed, go to work, come home, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, even if you don't know what you want to do differently, really, well, add something to that. Maybe instead of watching TV, go for a walk, or at least watch TV for a little while and then go for a walk. Something like that. Just do some little thing to switch up your routine. It will give you a little bit of different perspective. Okay, so there's that. Number two, I'm just, we're just going here. Number two, I would say, would be to just, okay, especially if you don't even have any idea what you want to do or what you want to change, you need to find a way to get quiet with yourself and tap into your heart so that you can figure out what it is that you want to do. And you can do things like, everyone's different, how you connect. You can meditate. I know that's hard. It's all the same, really. When you meditate, you're just connecting to your divine self and everything that is, and the place where all the answers are. If you can't sit on your bed and stare at the corner of your room until you get, I understand that doesn't work the best for me either. Just, you can do different things. There's different kinds of meditation CDs and things where they bring you on these journeys where you end up connecting. You could do something like that. Or a big one, this one works really well for me, is to go outside somewhere quiet and just be for a while, be in the quiet, be in nature until you just kind of connect. Eating healthy food. Usually after I have like a green smoothie, I'm feeling pretty good, and it's pretty easy for me to connect to myself. So things like that. If you're taking good care of yourself, just being quiet, maybe listening to some kind of music, whatever works for you. But you have to find a way to get into that space where you know, your brain is basically, it's not really, it's kind of shut off, you know, and all those, you know, you need to be doing this, and, you know, where all the fear is, and you can't do that, and all that stuff, you need to, that stuff needs to go. So whatever it takes to get you there, you know, that's when kind of the answers come in here, and you can hear those. Again, that's really important if you want to figure out a next step for you. Let's see, number 3, let go of resistance. Okay, if you're trying to change something in your life, especially if it's pretty big, even if it's little, but big changes, chances are your little brain, your ego, whatever you want to call it, that part of you, that human part of you that says all these things, you know, where all the fear is generated, blah blah blah, you can't do this, you can't do, it's probably going to jump in, and it's probably going to tell you you can't do things, it's probably going to tell you you need to be afraid, and you know, depending on what kind of emotions you have attached to these thoughts, you know, that can make it hard. So I mean, it's really kind of similar to number 2. You just gotta let go of that. You gotta let go of it, at least for the moment. You know, and a good way to do that is, you know, to kind of do the things I was saying to connect in the first place. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight your way to that next step. I mean, you can, but it's going to be a lot harder. It's much better to just, you know, once you know in your heart kind of where you want to go, it's just about surrendering to that. Just surrender and let it flow. And when you surrender instead of fight, you know, especially when you're doing what your heart is telling you to do and hear, it's just gonna flow. I'm telling you, it's just gonna flow. And yeah, there might be hiccups and a few bumps, but oh my goodness, it's gonna be so much easier than if you just fight the way there and try to control everything. I mean, branching off of number 3, number 4 is like, what could pop up? What kind of resistance, and what kind of, you know, society, like what is society gonna think, or what is who gonna think, what is my mom gonna think, what is my partner gonna think, you know, about what I want to do, you know, do I even have the right to, you know, which is just so many things that we could worry about. But the thing is I mean, like I said, it's all connected. When you're going with what's in here, it just is, and it's just so much easier. And you know, the more you can just be that, and just shine your light as whatever it is that you're meant to be doing, you know, you're just going to kind of deflect any criticism or anything like that. I mean, if you're confident in you and what you're doing, other people are gonna, they're either gonna go with it, or they're just kind of gonna go away. It's just kind of the way it works. It's really just the way it is. Creativity. Do something creative. I'm so serious. Like, if you don't have any idea what you want to do in life and you're just stuck and confused and unhappy, go, like, draw a picture, even with crayons. Like, go write a song. Like, go, I mean, whatever you like to do, whatever works for you. Make some jewelry. Like, you know, anything. Do something creative. Like, when you get those creative juices flowing, even if it's bad, like, it doesn't matter. The whole point of it is to get that creative energy flowing. Okay, so you can tap into that, and when you tap into that creative energy and it starts to grow, then that is also going to help you, you know, with ideas, and it's going to help you connect to what you really want, what your heart truly desires. One step at a time, okay? One step at a time. You don't have to do everything in one day. You don't have to know everything in one day. Just one step at a time. Be patient and gentle with yourself. It's okay. Take your time. Time is an illusion anyway, so you've got all the time in the world. And it's just easier that way. It's just easier to, just take things and, I don't know, do whatever you want, but I'm just throwing that out there really quick because it just came to me, and I used to think that I had to do everything all at one time, and, it never really worked that well, and it was kind of exhausting, and I love taking the time to do things one step at a time, and I look at it as just like planting little seeds. You plant the seeds, and then you water them, and watch them grow and watch the changes. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm gonna stop now before I talk all day. But blessings to all of you. Have a wonderful day, and I will be connecting with you again soon. All right, bye.